From changing Hollywood's perception of Asians with his fighting and acting skills, to Jet Li making a movie that blatantly mocked the actor, here's what actors think about working with Jackie Chan. The actor's comedic acting combined with amazing martial arts had everyone laughing and spellbound by his fighting skills all at the same time. His co-stars and directors have a lot to say about him, and one of those things is the undeniable fact that he changed Hollywood's perception of Asians through his exceptional fighting and acting skills. There were never any Asian actors back in the day that were given a positive role in Hollywood, and almost none were cast as a main lead either. It makes sense because Hollywood has always been famous for its racism, according to the executive director of the Hong Kong International Film Festival, Roger Garcia. Not only did Jackie gain immense success in the country, he also paved the way for its acceptance in the world. Hong Kong would not be as popular in the world right now if, after Bruce Lee, Jackie hadn't attained the kind of success he did. Neither would any Asian actors get the opportunity to make it in the international industry. His team also has nothing but praise for him. The staff members are devoted to him, though they admit that sometimes the actor can be bothersome since he wants to do everything himself. Mabel Chung, who is one of Hong Kong's most admired directors, said that the actor is super active and wants to be in control and informed about everything going on in his professional life. But don't mistake her words and think he's bossy. She mentioned that when she was working with him on his documentary, Traces of a Dragon, Jackie Chan and His Lost Family, he never once questioned her about her process, and neither did he ask her to make any changes. He didn't even bother to step into the editing room, and that's huge for an A-list celebrity. Usually, experienced actors love to have a say in how things are going with their characters. And this was a movie about his own life. So that says a lot about the kind of person he is. He's had many hits in his career, and some have stood out more than others. Remember Rush Hour, the bromance between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, as Inspector Lee and Detective James Carter, is unmatched even now. The two made the franchise an epic blockbuster. But believe it or not, things didn't start that smoothly. Turns out both stars had a lot of reservations about each other. Tucker was a pro at improvising lines, given that he was a comedian, and very experienced with making things up as they went. On the other hand, Jackie was new to all of it. It was his first big opportunity in Hollywood, and obviously his English wasn't that good. So the communication gap made things quite difficult. Chris said that he viewed Jackie in a negative light at the beginning because the man wouldn't utter a word. He thought that if this guy's not gonna talk, how in the world will they ever shoot the movie? In fact, he thought it was gonna be a flop. There's more to it though. Turns out that Jackie, who already had a hard time understanding the language, could make zero sense of Chris's slang and street-style lingo. Later during a confrontation between them, the Police Story actor admitted that even his manager was unable to figure out what Chris was saying most of the time. All in all, they both weren't at fault, and the Hong Kong actor later admitted that Chris helped him a lot in understanding the language, which opened up a lot of opportunities for him. Tucker also recounted his time with Jackie in an interview with GQ, saying that he was amazing to work with. The comedian admitted that he was in awe of the guy's fighting skills and that it pushed him to start working out, building himself up before they started the shooting, because he didn't want to disappoint his co-star. He mentioned that Chan followed his lead with improvs, caught up pretty fast, and was great at it too. He just bounced off of whatever Chris did, and this intensified the chemistry between them. It seems Jackie had finally understood the words coming out of his mouth. On another occasion, Tucker also praised him, saying that the actor did his best to make the cast and crew on set laugh and was extremely humbled toward everyone. But it seems some actors aren't afraid to publicly call him out either. Michelle Yeoh, Jackie's co-star, once called him a chauvinistic pig. During an episode of the show, Late Night with David Letterman, the Everything Everywhere All at Once actress was asked if Jackie Chan was the inspiration behind her interest in action movies. She boldly replied that he was a chauvinistic pig, one that thinks that women are better suited inside the homes, doing cooking, nothing else, and being the victim. She also mentioned that he always made her an exception to this rule because he knew she could easily kick his butt. The actress said that she calls him a sexist to his face too, and that the two are really good friends. Her first ever acting experience was with Jackie in a commercial, and she was over the moon about it because he was super famous. They also worked on the third installment of Police Story together, which is another of Jackie's famous franchises. According to The Guardian, the two shared a very healthy competitive relationship that kept pushing them to do better. And guess what? Jackie was the first to be offered her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and she was supposed to be his wife. But because he wasn't available at the time, the producers changed the gender of the role to cast her. She revealed this on The Graham Norton Show, saying that he told her the story when he congratulated her. The actress replied to him saying, "Your loss, bro." And it was. I mean, she got an Oscar for it. And last time I checked, I don't see Jackie with an Oscar, and no, that honorary one doesn't count either. You see, the actor also hasn't gotten along with all his directors, and the biggest example of that is his fight with director Lau Kar-leung. Drunken Master was a major hit for Jackie and is still regarded as the most thrilling martial arts movie. But when it came to the second movie, things went downhill. Wondering what happened behind the scenes? Well, both Lau and Jackie were very big stars with years of experience. And you know, when two headstrong people come together, there are bound to be differences. Theirs were on the techniques of fighting in the film. The director had mentioned this at the beginning of production, and while they were positive they could make it work, it caused a rift between the two. And he ended up being fired from the movie. The fans looking forward to the collaboration of these two big personalities were devastated. Not to mention, it happened when the production was already halfway done. When the movie was released, there was a clear distinction in the fighting style for the half Lau had directed, and the remaining for which Jackie had taken over. No comments were made by either party, and it's okay because people can't get along with everyone in life. This brings us to a famous friendship. The actor's relationship with Jet Li was all anyone could talk about at one point. Two of the biggest martial artists, everyone wanted to see them in a movie together. Jackie even admitted that they did try to collaborate since they had known each other for 20 years. He said he wrote the script for a movie and called Li to get him on board. He readily accepted the offer, but when the Spy Next Door actor asked his management to make the arrangements for it, a lot of issues arose about owning the rights to the movie, and it didn't work out. Later, the fans got The Forbidden Kingdom, and boy oh boy, wasn't that a treat? The movie made $130 million, but like any friendship, the two have also had their differences. Jet Li made a movie that blatantly mocked Jackie Chan, and the actor was pretty disappointed in his friend. The movie High Risk shows Li's character making a lot of pointed jokes at his friend. Chan was asked about how he felt about it. He replied, "What can I do?" And that it wasn't his place to stop anyone from doing something they wanted to do. But as it turns out, the movie was a flop. It ended up with very low ratings, and Jackie revealed that Li was ashamed of it. In an interview, he said that whenever he came into contact with Li afterwards, the high-risk actor kept his head bowed while talking to him because he was uncomfortable looking him in the eyes. They patched things up afterwards. The actor is not only good at what he does professionally, he doesn't let petty things get in the way of his relationships. So from Jet Li making a movie that blatantly mocked the actor, to changing the Hollywood world through his exceptional Asian representation, that's all I had on what actors think about working with Jackie Chan.